Right. This video is about chosen beings coming out of British colonial rule. Right. You know, what I realized over this whole experience is that the British monarchy have what they would like to think are ownership, right, of chosen beings. So it's always according that your character have to fit into what they want and what they like. So if they hate something, you have to cut out that. If they like something, you have to do that, right? So it and they have this what they would like to think of ownership, right? As though chosen beings are their puppies or puppets, right? And I don't like that. I don't like that, right? I don't like being anybody. Or you should know me better by now, right? Or they, many of them know me at all. I don't know if the British or whoever running the British monarchy know me at all. But I don't like to be nobody puppet. And if you tell me to be this character and I don't want to be this character, I don't want to be no character, right? As myself and as Vijaya Ramkisoon, right? My name is not Sita, my name is not Ram, my name is not Jesus, my name is not Mary, my name is not Joseph, right? And nobody died for my sins. Right? So, hey, if I say I don't want to be the character you want me to be, right? And I don't want to act in accordance with how you want me act, right? Then I just don't want to act in accordance with how you want me act. Right? As not actress, right? So this is about, hey, how can you as a chosen being break your allegiance or break your allegiance basically to the British monarchy, right? Because what I realized over this whole experience is the British monarchy, and it passed on to the generation after people in my generation, right? Through these voices and the shaitan voices I got, and like these people seeing you as their dogs, as their puppies, as their dogs, and I don't like that. And it's not even a past generation thing. It passed on to the people to the persons who are around my age, my generation, and they're seeing us as their dogs, and I don't like that. So it's whatever they like, you have to do. Whatever they don't like, you have to cut out, right? In terms of ownership, I don't own nobody, and I don't like to own nobody. Therefore, I don't like nobody to own me, right? Own is the word, right? How all it is going. I am not a British monarchy dog. I am not a British monarchy puppy, right? So I not about to be no called because all you don't have an understanding of what the Christ is. So I had to stop my life and put my whole life on a pause and live a whole ascetic life or live a whole whatever alone and ascetic life, right? Because all you don't understand what the Christ is. It has so much information out there, right? It has so much information out there. And nobody that for ourselves. It has so much information on the tip of your finger, right? That all you can look into. So much of videos to watch that people could look into and get knowledge. Hey, who was the Christ? What was the Christ teachings? What was the Christ diet like? What was the Christ operations like? And all you could become that figure all yourself if all you want. I don't understand you need to latch on like if all you own somebody and nobody died for our sins. Right? Latch on to people like if all you own them. Right? And all you do even like people. All you do even like these people all be latching on to. But you're using them because you don't want to come. Hey, if you want to meet me, come and meet me. Jump on a plane and meet me. Right? But don't be torturing me from a distance to fit into some model of yours. Right? If you really want to meet me, jump on a plane, meet me with the recompense. That's how you meet me. Right? As a member of the British monarchy, don't be torturing me from a distance about what you hate and don't hate about me. Right? No need to be torturing me from a distance about what you hate and don't hate about me as a member of the British monarchy. Because I'm not a member of the cult. Right? Sorry, not sorry, and get offended as well. Like, because you know what? This thing going on too long. And the only way chosen beings could really break that allegiance. Right? And I know my generation going forward, I talk about because the last generation will only in their own category. But my generation going forward, because this thing transfer, that power thing transfer and get to the head. And the people in my generations up in England, right? And earlier treated me like a little dog from a distance, and I don't like that. right? So that is why I have been reading the Quran and reciting the Quran, and I'll do so till 114. Right? Because that is the only way I could break my allegiance to Allah. Because here what, if anybody had a so-called own me or have authority over me, is Allah, not no Allah representative, not no freaking Allah servant, not no freaking Allah representative, no prophet, nothing, but Allah directly, right? That is who have authority over me. And no human control thing. And no British monarchy own and control me. Right? I just be by myself doing my own thing. I don't even be rebelling no more. I ain't even rebelling no more. Right? I call myself, I discipline myself. I say, hey, well, Vijay, you've been doing this, why is it wrong? Right, time to change your behavior, whatever. Right, with me, with the help of Allah directly. And is none of seen with no British monarchy. Listen, all you don't have no control no more, and all your power diminishing. Accept that, right? You know, all you just can't accept that all your power is it's time for all your power, time for material power is ending, right? So trying to grasp on and latch on saying, oh, well, you know, usually one can help us maintain this power. Usually one can help us maintain. Nah, boy. Right? Nah, girl. Right? So understanding that is Allah, right? Allah, the Lord of all the worlds, right? That does run reality and does run your reality and my reality, right? And I don't subscribe to the earthly Allah. I just subscribe to the Allah, right? I don't subscribe to the earthly Allah because the earthly Allah, right, is the British monarchy, and the earthly Allah wanna call you and mold you into a figure that what the British monarchy want, right? Or the earthly Allah, the sun wants a confusion energy to you. That's what happened to me, right? And so I don't subscribe to the earthly Allah, right? I just deal with the real Allah, right? Above and beyond all human representation, right? So, right? This is what I personally know. I don't know how people feel about this, but this is only in my experience I could talk about this because I don't know how everybody else, like, or other chosen beings experience their reality, right? Other chosen beings could experience their reality different from me, but the reality I've been experiencing is that I have this group of people, right? And it's like they want to control you, and it's female. A lot of is male. A lot of them is female energies, right? And is English energies. And I want to just latch on to you and control you in a kind of way, right? And I don't like it, right? I don't like it, right? 'Cause as my own person now, right? As my own person, right? I like to be my own person, right? So, teaching the Quran, reciting the Quran from start to end, right? Publicly, right, is my way of breaking that allegiance. Right now, I never had an allegiance to Allah, but apparently, as a chosen being on earth, right? Apparently, right, there's some kind of inherent allegiance to England, right? From what I pick up, right? And the only way to break that, as far as I see, is me coming online and reading this. So I don't know if I'm doing this on behalf of all chosen beings or if all chosen beings had to go through this, right? But there's some kind of inherent allegiance as a chosen being that these people just think that they own you, right? And they acting as a mediator between you and the real God, right? So they actually coming in between you and a relationship with the real God, a real Allah, right? So, um, I don't know what that's about, but I don't like it, right? Now I don't want to have a little wipe out the earth to say dead, right, so to speak, but I just want that control thing to stop, right? Because if I'm a chosen being, I should be allowed to be myself, be whoever I is, right? I don't have to be called according to what all you think I should be called as, right? I don't have to be controlled in a way like all your harness me like all your harness and a donkey or a horse or something. Chosen beings actually supposed to be able to express itself anyhow because you know why, we already been through so much of hardships in life and so much of pain and so much of emotion and so much of torture and so much of dramas, right? You should actually be able to be anybody you want to be, right, without reservation. It's not nothing but you hate this about me or you like this about me. I don't care. I don't care if British monarchy hate this about me, hate that about me. I don't care how my reputation looking like to all you. I know it as I going through, right? So fleck off, honestly, right? I don't care. I don't care who all you think I should be with and shouldn't be with. I don't care if I think I should be in a relationship or how to be sticking out all for the rest of my life. Working some kind of long drag out, a lone ascetic life. I don't care. Right? Good. So I just need us to stop. Listen, I am breaking. I have a few surahs away. Well, about half the book surahs away, right? From breaking this apparent allegiance, right, to England, right? Like I said, I came back home from England, and that is when the attack happened to kind of pull me back into that realm, right? And when I came back to Trinidad is when that shit's supposed to have ended, right? That whole British monarchy experiment and MK Ultra not supposed to have happened, right? When I came back to Trinidad, that allegiance supposed to have been broken, right? When I jump on a plane and I land back in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Because if I say I don't like certain things, I don't like it, right? I don't have nothing against nobody. I don't have no ill will in my heart. Swear to God, I had this point in my time, I don't have no ill will in my heart towards any soul on the planet, right? So, right, I would appreciate, right, if this kind of calling about I hate this and I hate that, but me, right, Olipa enter that, right? Because I don't need to be anyhow, right? British monarchy want me to be, and I don't need to be with anybody British monarchy think I should be with in order to prove some point to anybody, right? As I say, if Allah determined, hey, based on their experiences and their life history and this and that, somebody in the world, right, match you and somebody, and so be it. I don't even care, right? Everybody going through so freaking much in this life already. Like, ain't nobody care, right? Ain't nobody cares, right? So, right, I know on this matchmaking thing, right? I know on this single thing. I know on anything, right? I know on anything. I am what I do in my thing, and if somebody, I have a phone number. If somebody want to contact me, they contact me, and I don't answer phone where I don't know all the number. To be honest, right? I used to just answer no private calls. As you saw a couple of people call the other day. I don't know, was probably somebody, right? But I don't answer calls where I don't see all your number, but I have a WhatsApp, right? Because WhatsApp is be easier to say, hey, if somebody message me, I don't really get a reply now, right? But hey, if it's a number I don't know and I see your name show up on my phone and I don't know I don't have your number stored, I really had to answer it, right? That's my choice, right? But I have WhatsApp, right? If anybody want to WhatsApp me, they can WhatsApp me. I don't need nobody matchmaking me. I don't need nobody singling me. I don't need nobody matchmaking me. I don't need nobody telling me that God chose you to be with this person and that person. I don't really need that in my life right now. Right? I don't need no force nothing in my life right now. Chill out. Right? Good.